Hello everyone, this is a video about this Sony WM-F65, which is a FM AM stereo cassette recorder with dolby and all of that good things. So this is very rare and very sought after, and because of the size of this, which is the size of a tape, a little bit thick, I think is 3 times or 2.5 times as thick as a cassette tape, and is a very good one. And you are amazed to hear that it can record from FM or AM as well, and as well as having a microphone here and power supply. Anyhow, this video is going to be short and sweet, just to show you what this Walkman, Sony Walkman, is capable of, and then I show you all around it, and then we are going to have a listen, and then hopefully by the grace of copyright people I'm not going to be striked. Anyhow, so I have the tape ready, and the Walkman is in our face, and it came, this one, it came with just the case. These are all my collections that, is OCD attack. These are all in my collection that I paid something like £130 for this, but in working condition you can spend even more than that, £150 up to £160. So this one is really compact, and it came, some of them, it came with a belt clip here that you can screw it there, and here it has a automatic sensor, speaking sensor, that this is the 3 sensitivity that it has, and it takes 2 AA batteries. And this is what you can see. You can pause and read at your leisure. It has Dolby B as well, and you can read it to pause it and read it. Anyway, this one has FM and AM, and more or less is a cassette recorder that is recording as well. This is the operation battery indicator, that in this case, if the battery is low, is not going to be so lit up, but if the battery is brand new, is going to shine properly. And then here at the top we have the pause here, and then radio off and the tape, and then here it has the selection of tape, normal, metal or chrome, and here we have AM and FM, or while you are playing a tape you can have Dolby B and R, noise reduction. Here we have the tuning of the radio. I'm afraid I'm not going to risk it to play some sort of radio, because I have been struck so much for copyright, and it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Even if you play it for 5 seconds, they are going to strike you. So we are not gonna risk it. And here we have FM mode, which is a stereo or mono, to just get rid of the noise reduction on the FM if the reception is not very good. and on this side we have the volume, microphone, and this microphone could be line in as well to have a recording, proper recording, or microphone and headphone. And we have 3 volts DC in jack, which is centered negative. Be careful about this, because if you put something a jack in there that is center positive, you are gonna regret it, and it's gonna ruin your beautiful and expensive Walkman. So this one is fully refurbished, and the belt had been changed, and it's been cleaned thoroughly, and so on and so forth. So it's in perfect working order. So I just put a tape in, and then we are going to listen to it a little bit, and then after that we are going to somehow end this video. But here we have another addition here that you might saw in my previous videos. That is Sony. This is especially made for Walkmans of the same era, and this one take 4 AA batteries, and you can listen to it without an amplifier, or with amplifier with a battery. If you don't have any batteries, you don't need the amplifier. This was the switch on and off, and it has nothing else. Anyway, I put a tape in there, and we are going to talk more. So the tape is inside, and the speaker is connected. But before I do this, this is very complex. When you open it, it's really hard to just flip over the PCB and then change the belt. So I took some images from inside, and now I'm gonna show you these images. And it's just this one first, that it just shows you the inside of this, how many screws it has, and how what to expect when you unscrew. Let me just show you the back. In the back you have just 4 screws here, and 3 screws here, and nothing here and up there. So you have to be very careful about all of these when you open it. So when you open this from the back, I leave it like that, and then you face it upside down like this, because the radio is on the top. So this is what you're facing with when you open this. Let me just bring it a little bit down, and you can see what to expect, the number of screws. You can pause it and study it as you wish. And then the second picture might be a little bit more with better resolution, and that's really it. And then the next one, you see, this is when I unscrew all of those screws at the top, where you can see them there, 5 of them. And then this is another picture of inside look. And then here is another picture. You see, what I have done is I just unscrew all of this, and then I cheated it. I just lift it a little bit, lift the PCB a little bit, and then I put the belt in. But unfortunately, the belt is not very visible in that sense. I'm just trying to show you. You see, when you lift it a little bit, you can see the belt, how it goes there. And this is another view of inside. When you lift the PCB a little bit up, this is another one which shows you the way that the belt should be put on. And I think, you know, more or less, I think that's it. So now let's listen to it. As I mentioned, it's fully serviced, and we are going to have a listen with a YouTube library music, and let's have a listen. This one has a little bit of scratches here, which is considering the age of this. This is more than 30 years old Walkman, and it still is working. It's amazing. And now, just the chrome and normal. This is chrome and metal, and this is metal normal, and this is dolby. This is forward. And this is rewind. And the radio is in perfect working order, especially when you connect a Walkman in there, because Walkman acts as an antenna. And as I mentioned before, when you record this, it records from FM and AM radio also, and from line in. This is supposed to be a microphone, but you can connect a line in into this, and then, for instance, play some cassette from another Walkman, and then connect it to here, and then record it in here. Anyhow, I think you know, that is a little bit too much for this video, because it's just a review of this and have a look inside of this. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and until my next video, take care of yourself and each other, and by all means, I recommend this at reasonable price. So take care of yourself and each other, and see you on my next video.